So, was Roy Keane the greatest captain of all time? Well, many of those who he played with, including Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, have said exactly that. He was such a dominating leader because he led by example, and he set the highest standards for himself and his teammates. He was a fierce competitor who demanded the best from himself and those around him, and he was not afraid to speak his mind or hold others accountable when they fell short. He was also a great motivator who knew how to inspire his teammates and get the best out of them, both on and off the pitch. His passion and intensity were infectious, and he was able to rally his team in difficult situations and lead them to victory. Overall, Keane's leadership qualities were a key factor in his success as a player, and they helped him become the greatest captain in the history of Manchester United. Roy Keane was known for his mental toughness and his ability to stay focused and composed under pressure. One example of this was in the Champions League semi-final match against Juventus in 1999. Keane was booked in the match and knew that he would miss the final if United made it that far. Despite this, he continued to play aggressively and put in a dominant performance and scored to help United win the match 3-2. Sir Alex Ferguson said, "The minute he was booked and out of the final, he seemed to redouble his efforts to get the team there. It was the most emphatic display of selflessness I have ever seen on a football field, pounding over every blade of grass, competing as if he would rather die of exhaustion than lose." He inspired all around him. Roy Keane was no stranger to having his voice heard and demanding high standards from himself, his teammates, and even the fans. He famously criticised Man United fans for being too complacent and not being passionate enough about the team. After United played Dynamo Kiev in a must-win Champions League group stage game in the year 2000, he said,
"At the end of the day, they need to get behind the team. And as I said, away from home, our fans are fantastic. I'd call it hardcore fans, but at home, you know, they'd have their few drinks and probably their prawn sandwiches, and they don't realise what's going on out in the pitch, and it's out of order, you know."
An example of Keane's mental strength was his ability to bounce back from setbacks and injuries. In the 1997-98 season, Keane suffered a serious knee injury that forced him to miss several months of action. Many players would have struggled to recover from such a setback, but Keane worked tirelessly to regain his fitness and return to the team stronger than ever. He played a key role in helping United win the Premier League title that season, and his determination and resilience was an inspiration to his teammates. So, not only was Roy Keane a huge presence on the field, but also his leadership off the pitch was massive, an example being his ability to mentor and guide younger players. He was also known for taking younger players under his wing and helping them develop their skills and confidence. One example being the main man Cristiano Ronaldo, who joined Man United as a teenager in 2003. Keane recognised Ronaldo's potential and took him under his wing, helping him to adjust to life in Manchester and giving him advice on how he could improve his game. Ronaldo later credited Keane with helping him to become a better person and a stronger player, and he said that Keane's leadership and guidance was instrumental in his development. So, another example of Roy Keane's leadership was his ability to take responsibility for his own mistakes and to learn from them. Keane was a fierce competitor who always gave 100% on the pitch, but he was also human and made mistakes just like everyone else. However, what set him apart was his willingness to take responsibility for his mistakes and to learn from them. Not everybody does that. He never blamed others for his errors or made excuses, and he was always looking for ways to improve his game and to become a better player. This kind of attitude was contagious. It helped his teammates to take ownership for their own mistakes and work harder to improve their performance. Keane's humility and self-awareness were key factors in his success as a leader, and they helped him earn the respect and admiration of his teammates and fans alike. So this is a pretty good case for Roy Keane's mental strength and possibly as the best captain of all time. But as always, this is just an opinion. Let me know what your opinion is in the comments.